Uh, this is our, you call this is our colorful area,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
colorful,
well,
the colorful perennial area.
perennial. That means that they come back every year, which I really like because
Yeah,
then you don't have to plant new things. And a lot of the perennials will stay green all year so that you don't have just total deadness, right?
that's right. There's a majority of them that are evergreen. There's a lot of them that are not evergreen, but at this time and age with the so-called global warming and whatever's going on, a lot of the ones that would normally used to freeze down hard are not even freezing down at all anymore, or barely freezing down. So yeah, your return color comes back a lot faster, and these cost a little bit more, but then it's a one-time investment. And most of these are not water hogs. Most of these perennials are the ones that we're using now that are more established plants that are more eco-friendly as far as water usage goes. Don't have a lot of bug problems. So you're not out there, constantly spraying your yard down all the time, and so you can really enjoy your landscape. And instead of going back every season and buying flats and flats upon flowers, this is a one-time investment, and you're done.
Well, and I can vouch for that. Now, this is blue plumbago, right?
Yeah, blue plumbago. There's several colors of it now. There's even
There
a white.
is?
Yeah,
Oh, I
there's
have a white one.
there's a white, and then there's a light blue, medium blue, and dark blue. And so you can get different shades of the plumbago now. But the plumbagos are they're so pretty because of their blue flowers. I mean, they're just they go with almost any landscape. They go with almost any color. This goes up against a pink, or if it goes with a yellow or a white, or even with some of the reds. It's just a nice landscape color, and it
And it
blends.
goes with everything because it spreads out and reseeds itself.
Yes, it
And you
does.
have blue plumbago everywhere,
Hmm.
which is very good if it fills in blank spots, but it's kind of
Yeah,
hard to get rid of.
and remind you of like little periwinkle flowers, really. So, but they're very good, and most of the plants I'm going to show you are butterfly plants. Some are going to be hummingbird
Yeah,
plants,
okay.
but a lot of this is going to be there. So if you love attracting, and hopefully we'll get somebody to land here in a little bit. But but these are great butterfly plants to get those going.
Okay, now lantana, which is another favorite of mine because it grows, it dies out a little bit in the cold weather, but it comes back and comes back. If you cut it back, it comes back better than ever the next year.
Yeah.
So what do we have here on the lantana?
Well, lantanas, and we have a whole bunch of different ones to show you. The lowest grower of all of them, and the most evergreen of all of them, is the trailing purple. The trailing purple one is what it does. It grows as a ground cover, doesn't get very tall at all, and it'll even cascade and blooms these beautiful purple flowers. Again, butterflies love them, and you even get a few hummingbirds because they have a slight trumpet shape in there. But the butterflies just go nuts over these guys, and again, this blooms pretty much almost year round.
I've seen that the city has a lot of those planted, and they travel fast, so you can cover bare spots quickly.
Yeah. Also comes in yellow. This is kind of the more common one. This is called new gold, and
Is this
yellow.
trailing?
This is trailing also, but at a little more height, up to 18 inches tall, but still kind of a flattened off grower, and it doesn't have that real tall spiky. Now there's some new ones out. For instance, this is the old orange one that you'd find if you drove in the old countryside and went by the fence line. You see this orange one out there blooming, and this one is a good old tough bird that just been around for a long time. And there's been a couple new subspecies of this one, but more or less it's stayed true. But then look at this color now. This one here is such a has a beautiful kind of a mauve, purplish pink flowers in it with yellow reversing. It's almost three flowers in one. You get
You've
three.
got different colors here. It looks like. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
really pretty.
Yep, and then they call this it's called confetti, and also called Irene. There's two of them that look similar to this one here.
But this is not a crawling one.
No, this is a little more bushier. Now there's some that get really tall in the 4 or 5 foot range, but this is a 3 footer, so this is still kind of mid range compared to some of the other ones. But could you imagine having a whole fence line of this in the back there?
Very nice. Okay, and what is this we have behind you?
Well, behind me here, and here's
That's
one up
it.
front. Yeah, this is called Mexican oregano. Now the
Oh,
cool part about this plant is this again. This is one of the evergreens, and this one will bloom well back in early spring, all the way into late fall. And as you already noticed, the aroma Mexican oregano. It's oregano flavor.
yeah, you can use this as an herb, right?
Yep, sure can. So
And
what better way to enjoy a perennial to have a flowering herb at the same time?
and what is the growing season for it?
Year-round, blooming again, spring through fall, semi-evergreen to evergreen, and I mean just makes a nice little woody plant, and you can just enjoy it year-round. Now you notice the long flowers again. This one's more going to be for the hummingbirds than the butterflies. So I mean, how can you beat that for the hummingbirds?
Beautiful. I need to get one of those because I need to get more
Now this one called society garlic. Society garlic is this one you don't really use for the garlic part of it, but it has a garlic. The flower, the leaf smell, the flower smell like garlic. So if you like a garlic scented smell in the yard, and also when you a lot of the organic botanical sides that move away mosquitoes and so forth, you'll see it have garlic in them now. And so if you start mixing some of these different flowers that have the different botanicals in there, you can sort of make yourself a semi mosquito friendly area.